Tech Talk with Boyum, the podcast where we go through the latest trends and insights in the world of business and technology. I'm your host, Paula Da Silva, CMO from Boyum IT, and I'm glad to be back with you this month for episode 3 after taking a well-deserved, if I may say so myself, short break. At Boyum, we are specialised in crafting innovative software solutions that help businesses streamline their operations and bring their products to life. We will explore today the common challenges in production management, and we will reflect on the digital answers, particularly how digital solutions like the hot topic AI technology can make a significant impact. Production management is certainly a critical aspect of manufacturing. No one's going to challenge me on that. Ensuring that products are made efficiently on time and within budget are critical. However, it's certainly not without its challenges. Today, we'll discuss some of those most common issues and how digital solutions can help overcome them. In today's fast-paced and ever-evolving industrial landscape, production managers face a myriad of obstacles, from unplanned downtime, quality control issues, inventory management, and labour efficiency. The challenges are numerous. I could be here all day listing them, and certainly complex. However, our fast-paced world of technological advancement means digital solutions can certainly make a big difference. Today, we'll discuss some of those most common issues in production management and explore how cutting-edge digital solutions, including AI, and how they specifically can help overcome them. We'll delve into how these technologies can predict equipment failures, optimize, let's say, inventory levels, streamline, production schedules, and ultimately enhance workforce productivity. So, you know what, that seems like a lot, okay, and we don't have all day, but I'm not doing this alone today. Joining me today is a very special guest, an expert in production management and digital transformation. Together, we'll unpack these challenges and certainly the important solutions and provide you with what we hope to be valuable insights and strategies to enhance your own production processes. So, enough of me blabbering. Let's get started. So, today's podcast guest is Gautam Banerjee. Gautam is the founder of 4X Connect, a technology-driven company with a strong focus on production management solutions since its founding on September the 12th, 21, and headquartered in Mumbai, India. 4X Connect has established itself as a leader in implementing digital solutions that optimize production processes. His company excels in helping businesses achieve operational excellence through a comprehensive suite of services, including SAP, particularly SAP Business One, and cloud computing solutions. Welcome to the podcast, Gautam.
Thank you, Paula. It's great to be here and share a journey with everyone. I'm very happy to be here, a topic very close to me. And today we are getting an opportunity to discuss with you. Thank you so much.
Oh, very welcome, and thank you to you. Now, first, let's touch on some of the common challenges in production management. Now, we know that these challenges can vary depending on the industry, but some are universal. I'm sure you'll agree with that. Perhaps you can share a few key ones for us.
Yes, production management is really crucial, and SAP primarily is used most importantly on the production cycle, and it's very, very important. It's very important for all the CXOs, and we can keep talking about it as you said earlier. But yes, let's keep ourselves restricted to some specific challenges, and I'll be more than happy to address them.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now let's simplify this, okay? Say we were to narrow it down to a focus of just 3. Okay, so let me think about that for a moment. I can imagine downtime comes up all the time. It certainly can be problematic in production management. Yeah, it can lead to significant losses in productivity, not to mention all important revenue. Each minute can incur repair costs, disrupt production schedules, and certainly put a strain on workers. Okay, not a happy time. I believe I'm on the right track. So what are some of the other challenges that you've come across with your own clients?
Uh, Downtime is definitely a big challenge in today's all production management schedules. If we look at the productivity losses that happens due to unplanned downtime, if there is a scheduled downtime, then everything gets prepared. But if there is an unplanned downtime, it causes productivity loss and eventually it affects the revenue. It also affects the high repair cost because it has not been planned and maybe the spares are not available. So those downtime affects a lot. The cost of the repairs goes very high, and also the schedules which gets disrupted. That leads to a tremendous amount of revenue loss. So I feel unplanned downtime is definitely killing these days and among many manufacturing units, and I think we need to address them. And yes, the solutions that we have definitely helps in predicting the downtime, and allied solutions can definitely be delivered.
Talk to me a little bit about quality control.
Oh, well.
I'm sure that you've had lots of experience there.
Yes,
Yes.
quality control is such an important topic. So I'll tell you a very, very interesting story. There is a company which has to, and in India there is a lot of GST norms and taxation norms. So imagine if any particular product which goes through the quality control and doesn't get cleared, and if it is one, that particular product cannot be delivered to the customer. Two, now if this product goes back to the inventory, the biggest challenge is that how do you measure the profitability? Because one, you cannot bring it back to the inventory, and even if you bring it back to the inventory, the cost of it has already been taken. So one side, the cost has been taken, because the quality control, it has not gone through the proper quality control process. It got rejected by the customer. It comes back, loss of transport, loss of face in front of the customer. And then when it comes back, there is a GST impact because you sold and the quality matter comes back. And then you have to bring it back to the inventory. So then your cost of production goes high. So it's totally a mess. If the quality control is not in place. And with all the taxation norms that we have in India, I think it's one of the very, very important subject. All the CXOs, the promoters of the company are realizing that quality control is one of the most essential component, and they're not taking it any further so lightly. So they are trying to adopt solutions towards it so that this does not impact one of their image, two, the revenue loss, and three, the customer loyalty. So all these three put together, there is a huge challenge, and definitely quality control is one of the biggest adoption today in terms of the solutions.
Interesting. I mean, I can imagine a tiny quality issue at the beginning of the production process can certainly spiral into a major problem if it's not addressed in a timely manner. And that leads to issues with inventory management across the board. I would say too much inventory, one could say, ties up capital, while too little can lead to stockouts and production delays. It's coming to a point where you've got that balance, okay, that equilibrium where everything is just right. Do you agree with that? What are your thoughts there?
Yes, as I said just now, that the moment the quality control issues are coming in and the stock comes back, the finished goods comes back and it goes back to inventory because it needs to be recycled. And obviously the inventory goes berserk, and then the cost of the inventory goes high, and your manufacturing effective cost goes very high. The labor cost goes very high. and you may not have enough leads thereafter to sell out your stocks. So your inventory goes high, your revenue gets impacted, your production cost goes high. So yes, inventory management is definitely, but again, it is very, very closely linked with quality control. And if we
Hmm.
can have a good quality control, then inventory also can be managed. Otherwise, if the quality control, it's kind of interlinked. If you cannot have a good quality control, then your inventory goes berserk here and there.
And what's your view then on optimizing the whole scheduling part of the overall manufacturing process? Do you believe that that is a cornerstone of being able to address some of these challenges that SME businesses are experiencing today?
Yes, in terms of production scheduling, I guess that's what you're asking me.
Correct.
Um,
Yes.
Yes. So, in case of production scheduling, what happens is that we need to have a very at a shop floor a lot of coordinated tasks. The resources has to be aligned, and the deadline we need to meet. Now, this is a complex process in terms of managing resources. For example, if you have to have a production scheduling, we need to know what kind of resources we need to have. There are specific resources doing specific work, so we have to make sure that those resources are available in that particular schedule. And this also has to be a very coordinated task between the shop floor, the program managers over there, and everyone. And because if it is not done properly, if the production scheduling is not done properly, and that also, these all has to be digital, because if it is not done, then we may schedule something and the resources are not there, then the again, it will not happen. So overall, everything will get not as per the plan. So I feel in case of production scheduling, coordination internally among the shop floor is very, very important. Managing resources, which is very, very important, that the resources should be there. And then we have to meet the deadline, because production scheduling, if we don't meet the deadline, then again, our output gets affected, our supply to the customer gets affected, and eventually it all ends up with the customer satisfaction.
Wow, it can be quite overwhelming, right? I mean, when things go bad, they really, really go horribly bad during the production process. But I believe that there's so much to appreciate when it's done right. Let's now shift our focus away from, let's call it the negative for a little while. Okay. We know that digital transformation is revolutionizing pretty much everything that we do in our daily lives and certainly in business. But if we relate that back to production management, perhaps you can dive in how you see digital solutions assisting with the whole, keeping the whole process running smoothly and, keeping everyone happy to simplify it.
Uh, for the digital solutions, in terms of, I think what we can understand from the digital solutions is it helps in predictive maintenance. A
Hmm.
digital solution has to be digitization is something very, very important in today's world, because earlier, those manual processes were there, but the requirements was less. But today, the requirements are going very high, consumptions are very high. Uh, Competition is very high, and so digitization also has to be uh, taken as a high priority. Now, keeping that in mind, I think digital solutions will help us in a lot of predictive maintenance in terms of sensors and real-time monitoring. It also gives us, if there are equipment failures, so I think that's where the predictive maintenance comes into play. It also reduces downtime and schedules repairs efficiently. So every time, the predictive maintenance is definitely very, very important. Then also, if you look at automated quality control, like we have to track productions and the KPIs with that. We have to see whether the deviations coming in, and these all helps in terms of digital technology. So if there are any deviations, we can quickly take control of that. The inventory management, which means we need to have data analytics as to how things are happening on the inventory level and optimize inventory level, which means that if there is any shortfall or because of some shortfall, we are not able to do the production properly. So we use data analytics and we see how the production is going on based on our past experience. That's where digital, the analytics comes into play in terms of stock control. So wherever the deviations, we have to see that part. In terms of data analytics we also have to use data analytics for optimizing the inventory levels, which means, as I said about the past stocks and everything. Uh, it also, again, linked with, prevents stockouts and overstocking. Like if we don't adopt a inventory management system, what will happen is either we will have overstocking or we will have a stockouts. So either way, the production gets affected. Uh, and then we have, Boyum IT's electronic manufacturing solutions, which creates efficient schedules using real-time data, prevents overloading and bottlenecks, features finite capacity scheduling, resource utilization, and simulation capabilities. So I think electronic manufacturing solution is a perfect fit in terms of the digital solutions. So the adoption of digital solutions in India is coming more and more as a required. It's no more kind of good to have. It's must to have now.
Thank you for that plug, Gautam. I actually wasn't expecting you to make mention of one of our solutions, but hey, you know what? It always helps. Now, I know that you've had experience implementing Schedule, which is obviously the finite capacity scheduling solution that's part of the whole Netronic manufacturing solution set of 4 apps for your customers. What would you say were some of the value adds provided by implementing Schedule for your customers?
Implementing schedule for our customers, as I was saying, I mean, maybe I was kind of mixing both, but to be very precise on scheduling, what we do is if we bring in efficiency using the real-time data, we prevent overloading or bottlenecks, as I said, that it should not have there is stock overloading because that impacts the revenue. Or there are bottlenecks in terms of not having an adequate stock. And also, we do a capacity planning, we do resource utilization planning, and we also do the simulation capabilities. So these are the very few things which helps in the production scheduling. And again, as I said, that anything to do with production, the whole structure is revenue linked, and any leakage anywhere is cost of production, and the margins in the production cycle is quite thin. So unless and until it is totally digitized, the output is not going to be as required by the customers, and that impacts the revenue and that impacts the profitability.
Now, keeping in mind that with electronic manufacturing, there's enormous flexibility in, an SME manufacturer being able to decide, you know what, uh, production scheduling is a major problem for my business right now. I'm going to keep things simple and I'm going to opt to implement this app at this point of time, giving that flexibility to basically phase out a digital deployment over time within their business. However, I also understand that you've had experience implementing our more comprehensive manufacturing solution, BIAS. Do you want to just sort of share some comments there?
Yes, so BIAS is a very extremely strong solutions in terms of SAP. SAP Business One has a huge gap, which does not cater to the manufacturing segment the way it should be. And BIAS comes as a complementary product, or rather, because it's an embedded product within SAP Business One. So BIAS plays a very, very important role in terms of giving those missing links for on the predictive maintenance, on the quality control, on your inventory management, and also on scheduling. And it also, I think, the biggest what I have seen in beers, the advantages in terms of the we can address the unplanned downtime, the machinery maintenance, which is one of the most important thing. And we have kind of gone in with customers where they were facing challenges in their unplanned downtime, and that has really come up handy. So that's something very and also their supply chain, So in many multiple ways, BS comes into play when it comes to the production working of the factory. And primarily, the CXOs are under CEOs, or the promoters are understanding the advantage of that. And these features are not there in standard SAP Business One. And that is a big challenge within the SAP Business One, while SAP Business One is getting adopted. But BIAS comes in a very handy product, because without that, the ERP is not completed, at least in the manufacturing segment.
Thank you, Gautam. That's fantastic. BAS, yeah, definitely, is indeed a far more comprehensive solution, especially for businesses using SAP Business One, because it's all tightly integrated within the interface itself. So it doesn't feel like you're using anything off to the side or an add-on, if I may use that, what I call a dirty word in the industry. Now,
Correct, absolutely. Because it's an embedded product, that's the biggest advantage that one can have with BIAS, because is the screens are the same, the fonts are the same, the no one understands that there is something else. At least the users, they don't understand that there is some other application working at the back end.
exactly. So now that we've got a better understanding of, okay, certainly the challenges and the possibility of how businesses can adopt digital solutions to address these common challenges in the production management process, I alluded at the beginning that we were going to touch on AI. Gosh, you can't have a podcast on this topic without talking about AI. I mean, AI is just popping up everywhere. You scroll through your LinkedIn and all you read about is artificial intelligence. Help me understand how you're actually deploying or taking into consideration AI in your day-to-day deployments of solutions for SME manufacturers and helping them with their production management challenges. Any sort of comments there?
Oh, thanks, Paula, for taking this topic on artificial intelligence. I think that's the buzzword in today's world. People are having multiple viewpoints on artificial intelligence, and including the fact that people think that artificial intelligence is going to take away the jobs, but that's not the fact. The fact of the matter is that with the growing challenges of the market, artificial intelligence helps. It works as a catalyst to the business processes. So decision making becomes much more easier. Earlier days, people had to go through multiple documentations, multiple pages or papers to decide. Uh, Today, this is a science, and so I always believe that artificial intelligence is a catalyst, and it helps the management to take appropriate decisions, which eventually it will can take their company into profitability. Coming back to on the production side or on the manufacturing areas, the biggest advantage with AI is it can give a predictive maintenance. So when is the maintenance next coming in for? So everyone is ready for that. So we have to use AI to analyze this and censor the data and predict machine failures. So for example, based on our past records, we would understand when other machine failures can possibly happen, and do analyze those data properly and have a predictive maintenance for that. It also helps in if you do a proper maintenance, the advantage is the lifespan of the equipment increases, and it also reduces downtime. Now, when I say extends the equipment lifespan, the advantage is that if a lifespan of a particular machinery is increasing, it is again to do with cost. So by using AI, and if we do a predictive maintenance, we can extend the lifespan, and we can also reduce the downtime. Quality control, yes, that's a big one of the again biggest thing in AI. It monitors the entire production process in the real time. It detects any kind of anomalies and prevents defects if at all there are anything. Uh, in terms of inventory management, again, AI comes into play where AI forecasts the demands and optimizes stock levels. So basically, AI can be used in terms of understanding what kind of demand, what kind of orders are there, and based on that, the organizations could optimize their stock levels. Uh, Production scheduling is another area which is very strong, and we can use AI into that. AI-driven, schedules consider order commitments, inventory, and workforce availability. Now, these are all, as I said, these are all were done earlier also, but it was not systematic, and we had seen a lot of organizations suffer a lot. But adopting artificial intelligence again, I would love to reiterate in terms of if we can adopt artificial intelligence in production management, we will be helped with predictive maintenance, quality control, inventory management, and production scheduling. And all these things are very, very important in terms of cost, in terms of profitability, and in overall growth of an organization.
You know what? I really love your statement there. I'm going to turn it into a tagline. AI is a catalyst. I'm going to put an exclamation point beside that, and I'm going to put that all over LinkedIn. Thank you for that. I'm definitely going to steal it. Look, it's an exciting time to be in this field, and I, for one, am certainly looking forward to seeing how AI continues to evolve and certainly shape the future, with nothing else, of manufacturing. And certainly at Boyum, we are indeed excited to get involved in understanding and seeing how we can pick up the AI technology into our own products. In fact, that is our focus in 2025 in all our product roadmaps. Okay, we're looking to see how we can integrate AI across the board. Okay, not just in electronic manufacturing and BAS, across our entire solution portfolio. In fact, we are working very, very closely with Microsoft, in particular with the Copilot platform, where we've been invited into their red carpet program. So this is, by invitation only, one of about 25 ISVs around the world. And basically, we just get access to the latest and greatest that AI Copilot has to offer. So we can play with the new shiny toys first and see what we can do to take advantage of these emerging new technologies and incorporate them into our very own. So stay tuned for our new releases during the course of 2025.
Oh, thank you so much. Thanks, Paula. All the best. And Boyum has one of the best solutions that fits into multiple places. And I think I'm quite happy and quite excited about the journey along with Boyum in 25.
Thank you. We do appreciate your loyalty indeed. So that brings us to the end of today's episode of Tech Talk with Boyum. We've covered a lot of ground, from the common challenges in production management to the innovative digital solutions that can make a difference. And we also touched on the power of AI. A big thank you to our guest, Gautam, for sharing his insights on leveraging technology to revolutionize production processes. It's very, very clear that you know what you are talking about. So certainly thank you for sharing your experiences and your knowledge on this subject matter. We are very, very appreciative of your time.
Thank you, Paula. Thank you so much. And once again, for asking me to come in your show. And it has been a great privilege talking to you. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. For our listeners, we hope you found this discussion as informative as we did. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe, leave us a positive review, and share it with all your network of contacts. Stay tuned for more episodes where we continue to explore the latest in technology and innovation. Until next time, this is Paula Da Silva signing off from Tech Talk with Boyum. Until next time, keep bringing your products to life with Boyum. Have a great day, everyone.